This right here is without a doubt one of the funniest and enchanting shows on television right now. Starstruck tells the story of Jessie, a millennial living in East London who's really just trying to figure things out. She was working multiple jobs, one in a movie theater, one as a parcel delivery driver. She's a hot mess express. And her roommate best friend are just like these hapless, lovable, hilarious, infectious girls who are sort of aimlessly and recklessly wandering through life. I mean, aren't we all? Until one night, randomly on New Year's Eve, her fortunes mysteriously change. She goes from her hapless, just scraping by lifestyle, having a one-night stand with one of Britain's top movie stars. Kesh Patel, who plays Tom, is like the Chris Evans of this universe. He's in every big action movie, everyone knows who he is. After a one-night stand, they totally hit it off. Naturally, her life changes forever. Suddenly, there's paparazzi outside her door, and she has to adjust to the strange, otherworldly circumstance of falling in love with a movie star who's falling in love with her back. I mean, who couldn't fall in love with this incredible woman? She is chef's kiss. The show is at both a tender, lighthearted rom-com, but it's also a deep excavation of the way that relationships change throughout our lives, the role that our friends play, and the role that romantic love potentially occupies in our story. The show is anchored by Rose Matafeo, who is a New Zealand comedian and actress, and she is a powerhouse performer. She gives the effortless switch between tragedy, comedy that Phoebe Waller-Bridge gives in Fleabag, and she is a master of the irreverent, too cool for school millennial style that is a coping mechanism and mask for a deeper set of emotions and feelings. Thankfully for you, all episodes are currently now streaming on Max. It is an incredibly bingeable show because all of the episodes are only 20 to 22 minutes long, and there's only 6 episodes a season, and right now there's only 3 seasons, so you could theoretically watch it all in a day. I had no idea that season 3 was coming out. I thought, like Fleabag, the show was going to end at the end of season 2 because I thought they had tied together all of the events perfectly, and I was completely shocked when I saw new episodes. I was like, holy shit, I had no idea they were making new episodes of the show. And for those who are returning for season 3 was excellent. If you thought there's nowhere else they could go with this plot after the first 2 seasons, they totally managed to make season 3 this hilarious and also very deep excavation of relationships and the inexplicable bond that we have to certain people in our lives. This show is both a critical and audience success. Every season rakes in rave reviews from all of the different newspaper and trade publications. And apart from the love story, which is a huge part of the show, there's also so many interesting friendship stories, like that of those two. Both of these actors are just so effing funny. It's truly just one of the best shows I've ever seen. I know that I've said that a few times, and I mean it every time I say it. Like, every time I say that, it's because I really love a show. But this show is smart. Like, this is a smart, funny show, and it's so quick. It's like such a bingeable show. I watched the most recent season in a night, and it's one of those shows that you become carnivorous. Like, you simply must, like, consume the whole thing immediately. Maybe ravenous is the more appropriate word. Also, for those who have been longtime fans of the show, I really liked Liam's character in season 3. I love that addition, and I love that change up in the plot. Emma City, who plays Kate, I think is comedic gold. I love her so much, and her dynamic with Jessie is hilarious. And I love that the internet describes this as feel good, hilarious, and disheartening because it's like Fleabag. It's so funny, but it's so also sad at times. It just is the realization that we're getting older, that life is so unexpected. So many different things happen. And especially season 3's plot is like, oh my gosh. As a millennial who is getting older myself, it hit me like a truck. I hope you'll take time to watch this show. And the first 2 seasons are literally like rom-com gold. Like, all of your dreams are gonna come true. Jessie's literally the funniest and most endearing character on the planet.